Hello, I'm Cecilia, and this is Surviving the Week, where each week I tell you about all the things that have made me want to hit the fuck it button and all the things that have helped me survive it. Welcome to episode 2 Snow, Self Care, and Back to School. In a surprising turn of events, I've ended the week in a pretty good mood. We had a little bit of snow, just enough to bring peace and joy before turning into slush. I finally managed to bleach my hair, which, of course, went brilliantly, as it always does. A green and yellow ombre is exactly the kind of look I was going for. I had an amazing saltstone massage treatment this week from the lovely Louise at Pure Wellness and Beauty. I feel phenomenal. There's this strange sense of joy in me. Is this what optimism feels like? I started the week by making a to-do list, but the only problem was that every time I crossed something off, I thought of 3 more things that needed adding to it. I believe this is what they call the mental load of motherhood. I got down all of the Christmas decorations, packed them away, deep cleaned the house, and had the sudden urge to completely rearrange my living bedroom. I'm not entirely sure it's going to work. There's already a few issues with it, but there is more space for the kids to play, which was the intention. I'll probably rearrange it again in a couple of weeks. My bed is kind of blocking the entrance to the garden, so it definitely can't stay like this for summer. The decorations have not yet made it into the loft. They are in a very neat and not at all precarious pile at the top of the stairs waiting to go in. I've had a bit of a cold and I left a roll of tissue in the living room. The problem is I have a 2-year-old. So I left the room and came back in to find her scooping up shredded pieces of tissue, throwing them in the air and saying, "Yay, party!" I don't even know where she learnt that. Then, of course, when my 6-year-old noticed, she thought the best thing to do was join in. It was back to school this week and I was feeling super organised with all the uniforms ready to go. And then we get an email from the school saying that they've changed PE days and therefore the uniform I had prepared was entirely wrong. That would have been okay if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't think to make sure we had her school shoes. I stupidly assumed they would be somewhere sensible, like, the shoe rack. They were not. And I realised this as we were leaving the house for school. So we got to school on the first day with the wrong shoes, but at least we were on time. The second day, not so much. We eventually found the missing shoes, one on the top of their triple bunk bed, and the second at the bottom of a toy box. How does that happen? While sitting calmly on the sofa on the phone to my husband, my hand decided it no longer knows how to hold a cup of coffee, and spasmed, and boiling hot coffee spilled all over me and the sofa. The parts I need to fix my car have arrived. Haven't quite got round to the fixing bit yet, but at least they're here. So soon I will be warm and it won't feel like I'm driving in an actual freezer. It will also be nice not to have to open the windows in order to clear the windscreen, especially in the pouring rain or snow or sleet. I had a lovely candle-lit bath. So did the children, because the light has blown in the bathroom, probably because they're constantly leaving the light on. It's like Blackpool fucking illuminations. And yes, I know that makes me sound old. I've accepted it, I'm old. The cold weather has destroyed my hands. They are so dry and cracked that every so often I look down and they are suddenly bleeding. Clearly that means that I'm doing far too much cleaning and I should probably go on strike. I am taking the whole self-care thing seriously this year. I bought moisturiser like a grown-up, partly because I'm still too scared to use the retinol that I got for my birthday. The instructions on that shit are terrifying. So I survived another week And back to school, we're finally getting into a routine again, which is a huge relief. I'm going to give this week a whopping 8 out of 10, mainly because of the massage. What made you want to hit the fuck it button this week, and what helped you carry on surviving? Let me know.